Aries, welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here, and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is the message that you need to hear right now from Spirit. I have set that intention with my guides and with this deck. If you're here because this popped up on your feed, then it's for you. If you are here because of the title, then it is definitely for you. So let's get into your tarot and see what the message is. I do have an oracle deck as well that we'll pull from at the end just to get some additional messages. So let's see what's going on. Be sure and like the video, leave a comment if you feel called to do so, and definitely subscribe to my channel. It really helps me grow. And it pushes the messages out there. Like the more you guys interact, the more it'll push the messages out so other people can get them too. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you. 2 aces. Interesting. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is like defending yourself, right? It is standing up for your beliefs, standing up for yourself and in whatever it is that you feel like you need to be kind of like maybe guarded or defensive. Can be about a very defensive type of energy. Maybe you're feeling like you have to defend yourself against people or things, or you could just be feeling very defensive about a situation. So we'll get into the tarot. The situation is Temperance, and Temperance is that really calm, patient energy. This is Sagittarius energy, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You don't have to be. You are that fire sign. But Temperance is all about really alchemizing, learning lessons, and integrating them, right? So this guardian angel here has these 2 chalices, and they're balancing the water in between them. They're working with the water. They're alchemizing, right? So this is about really needing that kind of patience and calm energy and alchemizing energy. The blockage is the 4 of Wands. So this is about joy, celebration. It could be about a union. You have these 2 people here that are like celebrating, and you have the people in the background. So this is also like my 1111 card, if that's significant for you. But this is also about stability. I always see this as like my home card. So I feel like this is maybe feeling unstable, right? Not feeling grounded, not feeling stable, whether that's in your energy or stable with an income, stable with some kind of home situation, whatever that is for you. There's something about instability and needing to really remain patient and calm here. So the cause of this is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is, again, that Sagittarius energy, but it is that fiery, passionate energy. This is about like being assertive, being direct, going after what it is that you want, right? And it's like kind of reigniting that spark and finding that assertiveness, that directness to go after what you want here. So this could be about you like feeling like you need to defend your home, needing to defend some kind of stability here. You know, really feeling like you have this drive, right? Like you want to really go after something here and be very direct, but I feel like you're needing patience and calm because it's not, the situation is not stable. It is not grounded, and it basically just not time to kind of like charge forward yet, right? So in the recent past, we have the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is like really persevering, pushing through lessons, again, with the lessons and integrating. So they call this the Wounded Warrior card because he has the bandage on his head, but he is looking back at all of these wands. And I think of these as lessons. He is looking at the lessons that he has gone through, all that he has been through and everything he has learned on this journey, right? So this is about really persevering. Like you're right at the end of something here, pushing through obstacles, and I feel like you kind of just want to charge through something here and focus on a direction. And right now it's about looking at the lessons that you've learned, and again with that patience, that calm. Your higher self, your guide, subconscious, we have the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is moving, it is transitioning, it's moving on, again, accepting lessons and moving on from them. This is, you could physically be moving because this is my card for moving. This person is on this boat and they have everything with them and they're literally moving to an island over here, right? Like moving from one landmass to the other. So you could physically be moving, or you could be thinking about moving, and right now you just need to be patient. Again, this is about accepting lessons. There is a lesson in this about home, stability, groundedness, right? Like really needing to be patient and stable. There's something here with a lesson and needing to accept something, moving on from something here. In the near future, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving energy. So Pentacles are the slowest moving in the deck. They are that grounded energy, right? So this is like some kind of offer of stability or something to do with your stability, right? So this could be a job offer. This could be like a love offer that's very grounded and stable, but this is slow moving. It is patient. It is calm. It is not this charging ahead, right? This Knight of Wands. These are kind of conflicting energies because this is very fast moving energy and this is very slow, methodical, well planned, thought out kind of energy, right? So maybe things just aren't moving as fast as you would want them to. Things are kind of maybe feel a little bit stagnant, a little bit slow, but that doesn't mean that they're not moving, or it doesn't mean that things aren't coming together, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is very stable, very grounded, very long-term energy, right? This isn't something that's just going to come rushing in and then leave. It's something that is going to build over time. That is why it's so slow, because it builds with time. But again, it's very grounded, very stable, which I feel like you are feeling unstable right now in some sort of situation. So it is a general reading. So this could be about like career. Maybe your career isn't stable. Maybe your home life isn't stable. Whatever that is for you. This could be like spiritual growth, right? Maybe you're just not feeling spiritually grounded and stable. You take it how it resonates for you. In your feelings here, we have the Tower card. The Tower card is chaos. It is massive change, quick change. So you could be feeling like things are a little chaotic or things are changing. You want things to change faster, right? You want this Knight of Wands. You want this rushing in energy. You really want to move forward here. You want these massive changes, but it's going to take time, right? So example, you want to start a business, right? You want to start it tomorrow and you want things to just like go viral and, you know, all these people know about you. But this is about a slow build. This is about things building over time, putting in the focus, putting in the details, and really staying focused on the long term. So this is like, you know, every single day doing small tasks in order to build that business, right? Because it's not just going to happen overnight, but you are definitely feeling like you want a massive change here. In your environment, the influence, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is like a breakthrough. This is like an idea. This is a new beginning in like maybe a thought process. This is also like seeing the truth of a situation, communication. So I feel like maybe there was some truth that came to light, or there was some sort of communication, right? So maybe you found out some information and it has you moving on from a situation and moving into something more stable and grounded here, whether that's work or, you know, love, home life, whatever it is that has to do with your stability. But that Ace of Swords is very much that breakthrough moment. So I feel like in your environment right now, there is a breakthrough. It's just not coming as fast as you want it, or it's not looking the way that you want it to. So in your hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Cups. This is a new emotional beginning, right? Like you're hoping for wish fulfillment. You're hoping for emotional fulfillment here. So with the cups, I always think of emotions. They, you know, cups are our emotions. But this cup is like running over, right? All the water is spilling out. So it's like you are emotionally fulfilled and your cup runneth over, right? So I feel like you are really hoping for a new beginning and you want emotional fulfillment. I feel like that's your focus right now, is bringing in some kind of stability that is going to make you feel emotionally stable and emotionally fulfilled. And then the overall outcome, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could be, you know, an Earth sign coming in here, but this could just be, again, with the stability, the wealth building over time. So if you start with the small details and put in the work and remain consistent and focused and, you know, focus on the long term, then it's going to lead to this stability. This is wealth This is like, you know, I always think of this as like a lawyer or CEO, you know, just like a very prominent person in the community, but also just very wealthy, very grounded energy. So I feel like this is going to build into something more stable. This is building over time, and it will eventually turn into that King of Pentacles energy, right? That wealth and stability. Let's see. What do they not see coming, Spirit? So we have the Page of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Page of Wands is, again, that fiery energy. This is like being enthusiastic, being optimistic. You know, this message of like receiving ideas. That fiery energy again, right? Six of Pentacles is all about equal give and take. It is about making sure that you are giving to others as much as you are keeping for yourself, and vice versa, right? It's about balance. Again, you have the scales here. So it's about balancing that optimism, balancing this new adventure type of energy, and really needing to focus on one thing, needing to make a decision or a choice here, because you have the Seven of Cups, which the Seven of Cups is about options, right? It's, you have all of these cups, you have all these different ideas, you have all of these different things that you want to do or that you could do. So the possibilities are endless. So, but this can be very confusing, right? So there's all this fog, and it's kind of like wishful thinking or getting lost in the fog here. So I feel like you really just need to focus on one thing and remain balanced here. There could be something kind of like confusing, a situation that's coming in that has you a little bit confused here and needing to choose one thing here. So let's see advice for Aries. So you have the Sun, the Nine of Cups, and the Devil. Again, conflicting energies. Like, I feel like you really want to rush in here, right? You want things to take off. You want to take that action. You want to just move things forward, and you're needing to kind of slow things down a little bit. So the Sun and the Devil, right? That's conflicting energy. This is about you focusing on your happiness, your growth, your vitality, like your inner child, right? I always see, this is my favorite card of the deck, but it's Leo energy. But you have this child on this horse, right? This is like your inner child fulfillment, that happiness, that joy. And then you have the Nine of Cups, which again is about you focusing on your wish fulfillment here. And then you have the Devil, which again is like toxicity. It is like maybe trying to control situations or falling into a toxic habit, toxic cycle. So again, with this confusion, I feel like this is you like really needing to stay optimistic and focusing on opening to these new adventures, this new idea, right? With this Ace of Swords here, really needing to focus on this new idea, but also remaining balanced, and don't get confused, right? Don't be disillusioned by the options, and make sure you're focusing, right? This is about clarity and focus and determination. Staying steady on the course is what I just, stay on the course. Like, I know this is not a fun energy, putting in these details and really like those mundane tasks that you need to focus on, putting in all the details. But I feel like that's very important, especially like if you are building a business or you're wanting to build a relationship. This could be like you ending some kind of toxic pattern in a relationship, or, ending some kind of toxic cycle with work, or, your stability, building that wealth. You need to focus on joy and happiness and your wish fulfillment, and stay away from toxic patterns, toxic thinking, toxic behaviors, right? Maybe spending too much, or maybe rushing in and trying to control the situation by rushing in and handling it, but you're really needing to kind of like have patience here, right? So I definitely feel like there is like this newness coming in here, and it's just you needing to remain balanced. And again, with these options, don't be disillusioned by the options. The Knight of Pentacles can be like contracts, right? And with the Seven of Cups here, this can be like misleading or wishful thinking. So if you're signing a contract for a business, signing a lease, you know, for a home or car, whatever it is, read those fine details, because, you know, there could be something hidden from you in the details, right? And you're so focused on wanting to rush through it and push through and, you know, get to that end goal, which we all do, right? But I feel like right now it's a time for patience and focusing on the details of things. So let's see. What else do you have for Aries, spirits? Yeah, there's just something about lesson here. A lesson learned, lesson accepted. So that has to do with your stability and some kind of toxic cycle. So it's a general reading, so it's going to be different for each of you. But think about what toxic cycles you're repeating in your life, right? Are you letting people, are you letting thoughts, are you letting situations, right? Maybe you're gambling too much. Maybe you're spending too much money. Maybe you are pouring too much into others and not enough into yourself, right? Whatever that is for you. So we have pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at all of the possible outcomes, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. Again, that pause, and then this is like, make sure, like you have all these choices, make sure that you really look into these options and choices, right? Obligation. Stop telling yourself you should when you cater to others or to unnecessary expectations of yourself. You stop the flow of abundance, right? So really focus on your wish fulfillment here. That was in your advice from Spirit, right? The Sun and the Nine of Cups. What is your fulfillment? What's going to make you happy, right? Acceptance. You may be disappointed with a recent outcome. Remember, if one door closes, you're being redirected to one that will soon open to your true soul path. Redirection is protection, right? You could probably feel a little defeated. That Nine of Wands in the recent past, maybe lots of obstacles and needing to learn lessons. Break free. You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. I love that card. It's beautiful. Miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. I love that. Yeah, definitely focus on wish fulfillment here. Really just kind of fill your cup, right? And again, I keep hearing patience and lessons. Just remember to have patience. Maybe that's a lesson you learned in the past. Maybe you rushed into something, and that's a lesson that you're needing to learn and integrate right now. So I hope that message helped, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.